and gentlemen, welcome to 12 years of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. With 3 men to 4, I am Excalibur, joined in the booth by none other than senior official Rick Knox.
Thank you very much, Excalibur. It's a pleasure to be here. It's 12 years of PWG. Angelo Trinidad making the announcements. His Team Tremendous getting frisked by Patrick Hernandez.
Tremendous investigation.
Oh, somebody trimmed up a little here, huh?
Dan Barry looking very svelte, losing some weight. Bill Carr actually looking a little trimmer than the first time we saw him a couple months ago at DDT4.
This is only the second time here, right?
Yes. Bounced in the first round of DDT4 by the Beaver Boys.
They still made a really strong impression.
Was it the Beaver Boys? My notebook. I had to change notebooks. I don't even know.
We don't know. We are remiss in our note taking.
There's no way to find out. World's Cutest Tag Team getting a very mixed welcome here.
Very mixed.
With these are the droids you're looking for?
Yeah, it was almost like when they announced Candy, it was an Empire Strikes Back reaction. When they announced Joey, it was a Phantom Menace type reaction.
Joey will have you know that the new trilogy, just as good as the old trilogy, Joey Ryan might suffer from brain damage.
Yeah, things getting a little split as far as the fan reaction here with the World's Cutest Tag Team, and then I don't know.
Candice, of course, is a fan favorite. It would be very tough for her to do just about anything to turn the fans against her.
Yeah.
Where Joey's mere existence basically has turned the fans against him.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, Joey was a smarmy character before he hooked up with Candice. I think his pairing with Candice was really the only saving grace in the eyes of a lot of these fans.
That's true. Yeah, it kind of put some blinders on.
Yeah.
And they forgot about how much they hated Joey.
Exactly.
And now I think they're kind of remembering just how much they hate Joey Ryan. World's Cutest Tag Team is they're. I never thought I would say this. They're a divisive tag team. They have the crowd split.
Yeah, and it's not too often you get to see a scenario like that. Maybe in some of those old wrestling scenarios where two partners were forced to wrestle with one another as a team and they didn't really like it. That's not the case here. I don't think Candice.
Dan Barry trying to prevent Bill Carr from getting the blow pop. Really
Wow, he wants it. He wants it.
And here's the thing. For somebody as reviled by the crowd as Joey Ryan is, really receiving a lot of love. And now apparently the fans are chanting for
either way, Joey's keeping the blow pop.
Joey not giving it to Slick Willie.
He's giving it to wow.
Dan Barry.
Okay, this is getting bad. This is getting ugly now.
Bill Carr cordoning off the crime scene.
And now they're actually digging on their hands and knees for the blow pop.
Yeah, he is setting a perimeter.
He wanted it bad.
Oh, does he have it?
He's got it, but he's got something else. Is it one of those flyers of Roderick's birthday?
Oh,
wow.
Evidence.
The
DNA evidence.
It's been tagged and it's been cataloged.
Tagged and bagged. Joey Ryan.
You know, Joey might want to rethink this. Who knows what DNA is going to come up with on that DNA.
Oh, yes. They're done. That's what they came here for.
Wow. Look at that.
Joey Tope Suicida Bill.
Wow. You know, the bell rang like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, Dan Barry. Boot to the face.
And look, Candice sneaking up for her partner. Look at that.
Oh, swinging DDT Tope Suicida.
Well, so far, every wrestling move has happened outside the ring.
Now Candice, I don't know what she's doing, maybe trying to contaminate a DNA sample?
Yeah, maybe make the results invalid.
Bill Carr rolls into the ring. He is-
Wow. Now look at this. Look at these two facing off.
Their straps are up for now, but R2-D2 LeRae.
Now I don't know if you fans saw DDT4, but Team Tremendous can move a lot better than they
you
look
would-
like
you
they
would-
could. Yeah.
If this is your first time, oh, look at this.
Wow.
A belly bump?
More like a breast to belly bump, maybe.
Bill Carr trying to talk reason, talk sense to Candice LeRae.
Wow, that's like the third time she bumped him.
She is trying to incite a reaction,
Jesus.
and he took her off her feet with that one.
Haven't seen many wrestling matches contested that way, but Candice is lighting them up.
Candice ducks the clothesline.
Ballplex!
Oh! Ballplex.
He's blocking it.
Brings her through, up to her feet. Oh, look at that! Went for the crucifix, but instead, catching Dan Barry in the head scissors. Bill Carr,
Look at that, look at that. Oh, man.
Death Valley Driver, great teamwork by World's Cutest Tag Team, but Dan
Oh! Wow, that
sends
put an
Candice
end to
for a
that.
ride.
I'm sorry, Excalibur. It's like, it's just all four people fighting here.
Yeah, this is pandemonium.
Oh, man.
High kick.
Oh, what an overhand shot.
Baseball chop.
Oh, that was unique.
Dan Barry with the Arabian moonsault press into the ring.
Pretty innovative there.
Very much so.
Uh-oh, here we've seen this
Joey.
Joey before that exploder pump handle.
Pump handle exploder, except sent Barry right into the corner. Oh, drop toe.
Oh, wow, that was a big tree to fall.
Boot to the midsection.
Look at this. Oh,
Partner to partner power bomb. Team Tremendous is down, and they are reeling. Dan Barry in the ring. Candice LeRae climbing up to the high rent district.
look at that. Here we go.
Deadly driver, swinging DDT.
Man, what are they waiting for? Go for a pin.
Apparently they've got something in mind. Candice laying in shots to the back of Dan Barry.
Here we go. Candice calling for some crowd support here. What is she doing? She's walking
Climbing
the top,
up.
but look at that. Oh, wow. I've never seen that. Good.
Arm drag. Joey arm drag Candice off the top rope.
Yeah.
That was like an avalanche arm drag.
That was crazy.
Very well scouted by Dan Barry.
It really was. So is this. Look.
Bill Carr
Wow.
saves his partner. He's got Joey up on the shoulders.
Wow.
Assisted flatliner. 1, 2. 2 count only for Tremendous investigation.
Wow, you know, if Team Tremendous could slip away with a win over here over Joey and Candice, I mean, they are the former champs that would
Very
definitely-
long-running former champ.
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, that's
I think,
right.
wasn't it last year's anniversary show?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The super kick with the spikes.
Oh, back elbow by Joey. Dan Barry gets his leg swept out. Bill Carr eats a boot.
Here we
Candice-
go. There it is.
Candice looking for, oh! Ball clicks! Dan Barry hanging upside down.
Wow. Man.
Candice,
Look at that.
Joey,
Nice move by Joey.
Tope con hello over the ring post.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Look at this. Look at that.
Reverse
Oh.
oh. Barry hung onto the ropes.
Oh, man.
Guillotines are on the top rope.
I tell you, he has watched a lot of tape of Joey and Candice because these guys know everything that they're doing.
Spending a lot of time in the crime lab, these two. Joey with the reversal. Dan Barry goes up and over. Oh! Walked right into that super kick. Staggered him, didn't put him down though. Dan Barry barely hanging on. Candice up on the shoulder.
Whoa.
Reverse Hurricanrana. He got spiked right on the crown of his head.
That time she got it.
Joey with the cover. No, Dan Barry kicks out.
Wow. You know, the fans, if you're wondering, like, why is no one tagging in and out, I think Patrick's just like, hey, that's the way they want to fight. Let's let them fight.
You know, it was, I believe, the very first match on the first Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show was like that. So,
I kind of remember, yeah. It's a throwback match.
yeah, exactly. Sure.
There was a girl in that match, too.
Sarah Del Rey.
That's right.
Oh, Candace throws the line, Barry reverses, Candace goes up and over the top.
Look at that!
Oh, lung blower! Barry in the corner, Candace coming in.
There it is. And
Violent
now you
play.
know she sees this Super Dragon mask on his face right now.
Candice LeRae, the victim of a
Man!
super kick by Joey, super kick by Bill Carr. Team Tremendous with the upper hand.
Here we what the? Oh my God! Excalibur, smack me in the face. Did we just see him do a Canadian Destroyer? Holy shit!
Unbelievable!
Now what could top that?
Oh, they're up on the shoulder. Joey's up on the shoulders.
What the hell?
Tuesday
Oh,
Tuesday!
Good night, good night. That is
Denver
it.
covers.
Wow.
Victory here in the opening contest for Team Tremendous. Dueling chants before the match has even started. A Herculean task for Johnny Gargano. The joke being that Brian Cage has a Herculean physique. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, making his home in Cleveland, Ohio. Brian Cage making his home up north. So we do have Northern California, that is, a bit of a rematch of the NBA Finals in a way that is not really a rematch. But, oh, look at Gargano looking for the hot start. Drop kick to the face. Gargano looking for the Hurts donut and hits it on the bigger Brian Cage. Cage actually hit the bottom turnbuckle. And Gargano, tope suicida. Taking Cage all the way back to the fourth row right in front of us, or right in front of myself, and the commentary booth shaped like a table. Cage dazed, throws the lariat. Gargano rolls in, rolls it through. Enziguri to a kneeling Cage. Leaping neckbreaker, one. Not even a 2 count. Kicking out at 1.75 is Brian Cage. He's dazed, but he's not out of it. Gargano looking to capitalize on that hot start. Bandera up and over the top, shoulder to the midsection. Gargano looking for, trying to take it to the straights. He did the deal! Brian Cage blocked the DDT and did the deal! Nobody better than Brian Cage, according to one fan in the crowd, and Brian Cage. 4 or 5 consecutive lariats in the corner, and then pulls him out and lays Gargano flat with a 6. Only a 2 count, according to Rick Knox. Johnny Gargano, for all that momentum he built up, now really really fighting from behind as Cage hits that beautiful European uppercut.
Come on, Johnny!
He's got him up for the stalling vertical suplex. The crowd a little late on the chant. Or on the count, excuse me. I see Gargano trying to kick his legs, but really I think all he's doing is draining the blood from his feet faster. Cage with the squats. Unbelievable strength by Brian Cage. He wasn't born, he was built in a lab. Skynet to be specific. Uppercut chop from Johnny Gargano. Gargano goes through. Almost like a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, but a tilt-a-whirl lung breaker or sternum breaker. You can see Gargano clutching his chest. He came down sternum first on the knee, on the outstretched knee of Brian Cage. We've seen this before. Brian Cage looking to bring Gargano in the hard way. Gargano kicks his feet, sweeps out the leg of Cage. Damangiri. Gargano springs in. Lung blower. That's a lot of mass to have crashing down on your knees. But for Brian Cage, that's a lot of mass to come crashing down on a set of knees and having it just blow through your chest. Brian Cage's size might have actually played against him right there. Gargano, though, slow to get up. He's been receiving a lot of punishment. Oh, blocks the right hand, returns to the right of his own. Second time, third time. Cage separates, makes a distance. Gargano gets the boot up, knocks Cage back. Cage springs up. Cross body to a seated Brian Cage. Cage is rattled, Manhattan drop. Gargano with a low ace crusher on Brian Cage, and that flurry sends him to the outside. Gargano up and over the top. Super kick to the face. Dove for the neck breaker. Brian Cage catches him in a vertical suplex. And he is carrying Johnny Gargano around the ring. Gargano with a knee to the crown of the head. Cage throws a lariat. Gargano swinging DDT on the outside. That was a bad landing for both men, but worse, I presume, for Brian Cage. Rick Knox checking to make sure both competitors can continue. Satisfied with what he saw. For my money, no better referee in the business than senior PWG official Rick Knox. There is a young fellow in Orlando, Florida, in NXT making waves for himself, but I think even he would admit he's not quite on Rick's level yet. Taking it to the streets is Johnny Gargano. 1, 2. 2 count only. Gargano taking a moment to catch his breath. Not only is Brian Cage punishing, the heat inside this building is punishing. Approaching 100 degrees here in Reseda, California today, July 24th. And that heat is trapped inside of the building along with the body heat. Brian Cage. Tremendous agility. But Gargano one step ahead, rolls it. Oh! Just came running out with that boot and catches Gargano in the face. Right in the chops.
Come on, Johnny, get up! Get up, Johnny! Already?
Cage with Gargano up on his shoulders. I thought we were going to see Davey Boy Smith-esque running power slam. But it looks like we might be seeing an avalanche. Oh! Cage came down right on the top of his head. No, kicks out. An avalanche power slam. Brian Cage came down at a very dangerous angle, but still had the wherewithal to kick out. That adamantium skeleton of Brian Cage keeping him alive in this match. Gargano, though, forced to dig deep. He's at a serious disadvantage, having to muscle around as much weight of Brian Cage as he has. He's done a good job of using a lot of momentum-based offense. But as this match continues, Brian Cage, I mean, he's just going to become heavier. He's going to become denser. Oh! Running uppercut by Brian Cage. Gargano! Rolling elbow shot to the chin of Cage. Cage! Pump handle up on the shoulders, Olympico slam. Brian Cage catching a breather as he put Gargano down. Cage coming through, looks for the 818. Probably would have decapitated Gargano. Oh, he's caught him on the spear. Converts it to a powerbomb. Second, oh! He hit all three turnbuckles on the way down. Oh, Gargano sweeps the legs. 1, 2. No, Cage kicks out. Super kick by Gargano. Cage with a big boot. Oh! Step up knee by Cage. Another boot blocks the leg. Leg of his own for Cage. Cage has got him up on the shoulders, looking for Weapon X. Gargano reverses, brings him down. It's a Gargano escape. Brian Cage so close to the ropes. Does he have the energy? He's spending a lot of time in this hold. Gargano cranking back. Oh, Cage. Cage getting up. He's cradling Gargano like a baby. Oh! The backbreaker into the flatliner. Gargano staggers up. Discus lariat. Brian Cage flattens Johnny Gargano. 1, 2. No, Gargano kicks out. Johnny Gargano, tremendous effort to kick out of that, not only after receiving so much punishment, but with all that weight from Brian Cage laying across his chest. He had to arch back for a very deep fulcrum in order to effectively kick out. Now Cage bringing Gargano over to the corner. Got a handful a head of hair of Johnny Gargano. Brian Cage trying to pick up Gargano for a suplex. Gargano counters with a headbutt, a second headbutt. Gargano climbing up to the second rope. Climbing up to the top rope. Looking for a Hurricane Rana. Spending a lot of time. Oh, Brian Cage nearly lost him. Picks him up. Power bombs him down. But you can see Brian Cage is exhausted. 1, 2. Gargano kicks out. I think the heat is getting to Brian Cage, but he's called for the finish. Johnny Gargano in deep trouble right now. Up on the shoulders. He's got him hooked. Weapon X. Brian Cage. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Cage. Something of a dream match if you like high flyers, and if you're watching Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, I suspect you do.
Absolutely. You got two of the best right here.
At least you tolerate them.
Yeah. No, I think you have to have an affinity for it if you're in the PWG. It's just the way it is. The style we embrace.
Andrew Everett Did you ask him as Andy? I wasn't paying attention. I thought I heard that.
Let's call him Andy. Andy Evers. Andy Evers.
Rich Swann returning to PWG after a couple months off.
Yeah, he is the perpetrator of my broken hand. No fault of his own. It was a total freak accident.
Of one of your broken hands.
One of my broken hands, yes.
But Swann recovering from injuries. He spent the first part of the year sidelined, came back in April, actually received a rib injury there, a fractured rib, I believe, and was on the shelf for a few months more, and now back to 100% health.
I hope so, because he's definitely one of the shining stars here in PWG and pro wrestling in general right now. Very high demand guy. I think we're in for a treat with this match here.
Yeah, Andrew Everett spent most of last year on the shelf with a knee injury.
That's right.
Making his return to PWG earlier this year.
He had barely just made an impact here in PWG before he got knocked out with an injury.
Literally after his first match here, made a huge impression, then returned to PWG, won the tag titles at DDT4 2015, and then in his and Trevor Lee's first title defense, unseated by the Young Bucks, who made their surprise return last month at Mystery Vortex 3. Available now on DVD at ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com.
Yeah, one of the moments I'd rather not relive, but hey, it's out there for all you to watch.
Yeah, it was great right up until the very end.
Yeah, it really was.
Waist lock applied by Andrew Everett.
Swann tried the upper hand, now goes for the lower road. Into a spinning toe hold.
Picks the ankle, and
shades of Dory Funk.
Some fans wooing, unfamiliar with the Funk brothers.
That's right, they thought he was doing the figure four, but he was not.
I guess he was trying for it twice. I don't know.
It's the first step of the figure four, I guess, the spinning toe hold.
Yeah.
Cut him a little slack, I guess.
You know what? Everybody has YouTube.
Yeah,
you can see all the Dory Funk matches you want.
That's right.
Side headlock applied by Everett. Rich Swann throws him off. Shoulder tackle sends Swann backwards. Shoulder tackle sends Everett down, but he springs up immediately.
I can tell.
Look at the coil on that tip up.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my God.
Swann 450 through.
Look at that.
O'Connor roll reversal. Swann goes for the trip. Leapfrogs up and over.
Wow.
Andrew Everett handsprings over.
That was nuts.
Lands on his feet. Knee plateau. Step up.
Wow.
Cartwheel counter.
I guess if you can do a cartwheel, you can get out of a Rana. Look at that.
Arm drag. Deep arm drag that time by Andrew Everett. Japanese style arm drag by Swann.
If there's anything that we've learned, is that Andrew Everett and Rich Swann are pretty evenly matched.
I was going to say, it's like Andrew Everett's looking in a dirty mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, it's PWG. Where would we be after 12 years without saying something offensive on commentary?
I know. We got to have our little fun here and there. But you got a little taste of it right there, what these guys can do, because I guarantee you, once the safety belts come off, they're going to go full tilt here, and it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for as hard as it is to believe, if this is the first time you have seen either Everett or Rich Swann, that was a feeling out process.
It really very much was.
For a lot of guys, that's doing everything they can do.
Pretty much. That's the match right there.
For these guys, it's like, I mean, this is like rubbing the sleep out of their eyes in the morning before they get out of bed.
It really is, and once they start the morning jog, you're going to be really impressed here. Whoa, look at that.
Drop salt by Andrew Everett takes Swann off the feet.
Right on the chin, and I don't think we'll get much of a, not quite two there.
Swann a little rattled, but not much, as you mentioned. You can see though, got caught on the nose.
Yeah, it got him right on, I thought on the chin, but I think it was more like in the mouth.
An interesting thing happens actually when you take a shot to the nose, even if it's not broken. Now, for somebody from North Carolina,
come on.
even Rich Swann is disappointed.
Yeah. He's like giving him another chance. Oh, wow. You know what? I'm thinking, do I need to get in there?
There you go. Rich Swann lights him up. Andrew Everett getting a crash course in knife edge chops.
He asked for one more. Here it comes, the wet palm. Oh!
Putting a little extra mustard on that one.
Wow.
Drop kick, it was almost like a corkscrew
It really
drop kick.
was, the way he landed. Some serious recoil there.
Andrew Everett with the front chancery.
Snap suplex, there you go.
Snap Swann over the top.
Uh-oh, what are we gonna see
Everett.
here?
Little shake of the hips.
Oh, just a graceful moonsault.
Very nice. Only a 2 count, but barely one at that.
I expected a couple more twists
Yeah.
in there or something.
Hey, you know what? Maybe he's learning to conserve himself a little bit.
Less can be more.
He still is very young. Rich Swann.
Wow.
Everett looking for the springboard crossbody.
You know, they don't call him high risk for no reason, and that's a high risk maneuver right there, bouncing off the ropes.
Swann catching him with a drop kick to the midsection as Everett was coming back.
I couldn't imagine how that feels like being kicked and getting the wind knocked out of you while you're 8 feet in
It
the air.
is the last thing you're expecting.
What the heck?
I mean, not that I could even do something like that, but it's just, you are fully committed to that move once you spring off the ropes.
Absolutely.
And you are expecting to meet your opponent chest to chest.
Ooh, nicely done.
Into the crucifix, only a 2 count. Everett up to
Oh, man.
Rich Swann just starched him with that right hand.
I'm thinking maybe we should just start making punches legal in wrestling. They just do it so much anyways. Oh, man.
Unnecessary kick to the back by Rich Swann.
And the sadistic fans want to see it again.
Rich Swann giving the people what they want.
Oh! Little up and over on that one.
Faked out Everett. I think Everett was actually, his teeth were clenched. He was braced for the kick to the back.
I think he was, yeah.
And not expecting the stomp to the forehead, basically. Swann vaulting off the top of Everett's head. Now he's got both,
This is unique. Not quite sure what we're seeing here.
both arms.
Oh, okay, yeah. Look at that.
Everett caught up. And Swann in his upside down submission hold.
That's
3 and 1.
pretty unique.
Rolls him through. I don't think he quite had the strength to
Yeah.
get all the way.
Yeah, I've seen him lock that in before pretty good. And, that wasn't a case of it.
D'Lo Brown is smiling somewhere. He's got a warm, fuzzy feeling.
Oh, look at that. We used to know a guy who did something like that.
He's actually not too far from here tonight.
That's right, huh? They're like or something.
Rich Swann after the front flipping leg drop and only a 2 count, now applying the headlock. Chin lock on Andrew Everett, bringing him down to the mat. Trying to wear him down just a little bit. Swann is not, I think he'd be the first to admit, not a great submission technician.
Yeah, that's not his forte. It doesn't need to be. It's not what he.
Man. Uppercut.
What a strike. That was open, and we've caught a good glimpse of it here. It was not a punch.
Yeah, uppercut, palm strike. Throws the lariat. Everett ducks. Hits with a forearm to the crown of the head. Second forearm. Went for the high roundhouse. Swann ducked.
Wow, look at that.
Everett up and over the top. Springboard in.
Oh,
drop kick. Takes down Rich Swann.
The fans part like the Red Sea. I think they suspect we're going to see a flying Everett in a second.
Andrew Everett going up to that top rope.
Oh my God!
Big board.
Dangerous, dangerous move.
Andrew Everett just crashing down on Rich Swann. in months previous, we've seen him use a shooting star press from the top on a springboard to the outside.
Yeah.
And so that was actually a little conservative.
It really was, you know, if you think about it.
You know, I mean, both these guys are young. Andrew Everett, slightly younger than Swan, but I think Everett might be learning a thing or two about not just going full bore right out of the gate.
Right.
And not necessarily like from an entertainment standpoint, but from on with the screw kick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Everett.
Whoa, look at that.
He did the deal. He did the Falcon Arrow.
Wow.
This is it. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
I got to go. I got the next match coming up. I'll see you in a few.
Rich Swann kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
What the hell?
Andrew Everett did the deal.
He really did, right in the middle of the ring, too.
Rich Swann, appreciably dazed.
Yeah, I mean, a hush has fallen over the building here. I mean, I don't think anyone expected this
look
to
at that.
still be going.
Right back fist right.
Oh.
But Everett lights him up with the right hand of his own.
Oh, that was looking low.
Solbert takes Everett off his big scissor kick, and he spiked him on the way down.
He planted that head right into the mat.
Everett kicks out at 2.
Wow.
Rich Swann collecting himself. And I was mentioning in the match previous that the heat in this building, I mean the heat outside near 100 degrees today, the heat in this building is brutal. And so I mean, we saw it take a toll on Gargano and Cage. I think could be taking a toll on these guys as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the heat, it's very humid out there.
It's July in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's late July. We just came off a big monsoon storm, flash flood sort of thing here in SoCal the last 5 days or so. And we're still feeling it. The streets are still covered with dirt and mud and Rich Swann's saliva and teeth now after that shot. Oh, wow, spinning reverse roundhouse. Oh, jumping knee.
Jumping knee, Swann staggered. Oh, they take each other down.
Wow, and Everett checking his teeth to make sure they're still there.
You know, I chipped a tooth on a PWD show.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Oh. At the Sweat Box. Hollywood Los Feliz. Circa 2004, 2005 maybe?
Not a good feeling.
No. I was upset actually. I was pissed.
Oh, I bet. Aaron chair shot?
No. Aaron's heel underneath the chin. Courtesy of Hook Bomberry. And he was never heard from again. Buried out in the desert. Between here and Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Wow. Vader-esque strikes.
He's just clubbing away
by Big Van Swann.
Opposite post, pillar to post, here we go.
Swann charges in. Oh. Running elbow shot. Everett, elbow of his own. Andrew Everett comes in, Swann right behind. Everett gets the boot up. Everett, top kick. I don't think I've ever seen it done in such close quarters.
I don't think so either.
1, 2.
Whoa.
2 count only, Swann kicked out. I mean, he could have executed that Pele kick in a phone booth.
Yeah, that was crazy. He literally stayed in the same physical space that he was. If he'd have maybe been able to arch back on that schoolboy there.
Yeah, if he had caught him in the German in one fluid motion, that might have been it. But Swann able to...
well, you know, that might be something he can take away from this if he gets to watch the match later on tape.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, but every match a learning experience, even the losing one.
Yeah.
High Gamengiri by Rich Swann.
Whoa!
Jumping Huracan Rana, taking Andrew Everett off the top rope. Everett against the ropes.
Oh, look at that. Look at that!
The breaks. Comebacker ace crusher. Hooks the leg. 2 count only.
Yeah,
Everett able to muster a kick out.
Again, that 1 second he took to pull him in the ring, he was close enough or far enough away from the ropes. He should have pinned him there. That extra second to drag him in the middle, I think that's what cost him. Look at that, sizing him up, and just a well-placed roundhouse kick.
Catching Everett right on the temple.
And he looks like he's right where Swann wants him to be.
Rich Swann up to the top, looking for 450.
Look at that! Oh my God!
Flash straight up and down.
Oh!
Very, very close.
Man, that was close. That was close. But that was for the elevation and for no flip. That was a crazy splash.
I mean, it was straight up and down.
Yeah.
A lot of gravity.
Uh-oh, he's setting him up for round 2 here. What are we going to get?
Maybe now looking for the 450.
Maybe.
Middle rope 450. Maybe middle rope.
Here we go. Here we go.
Feet on.
Oh! Small package.
1, 2. No. Where Swann's going, he doesn't need ropes.
Oh, look at that.
Oh! Spike Rana. And now Rich Swann is laid out. Everett sees that Swann is positioned perfectly.
Wow.
Seizing on the opportunity.
Let's see if he can one-up him on this. What's he going to do?
Andrew Everett up to the top.
Oh my God. What delay head time on that.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Andrew Everett stalling shooting star press. Beautifully executed and an incredible victory for this young man.
Amazing height on that. Well done. Well done.
Things getting heated before the match even started between Tommaso Ciampa and Trevor Lee.
Introducing first, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 207 pounds, he is the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa.
It's actually pronounced Milwaukee.
And his opponent, from Cary, North Carolina, weighing in at 215 pounds,
We saw Andrew Everett recover nicely after losing the title to the Young Bucks and taking a prodigious beating at the hands of Ciampa comes to charge in, and Trevor Lee with the stomp. Ciampa Suicida. Trevor Lee is fired up. Oh! Ciampa con hello. So graceful. Up and over the top. He is rough around the edges, but when he takes to the skies, it's a thing of beauty, this Trevor Lee. Ciampa trying to escape to the outside. Big right hand. Trevor Lee gets shoved off the top. Comes down, throat, and I believe shoulder first on the top rope. Very awkward landing as Ciampa just shoves him. And now following up on the outside. Laying in some right hands to the side of the head. Oh! Ciampa just throwing Trevor Lee. I think a suplex, maybe a brainbuster on the ring apron. Psycho Killer Tommaso Ciampa had a big victory over Johnny Gargano last month at Mystery Vortex 3. Looking to keep that momentum in place. And not in place, but looking to build on that momentum. And now Tommaso Ciampa going to the outside, going to the other side of the ring. Nope. I think he was just avoiding Rick Knox. Bringing Trevor into the ring. Laying him down chest first on the apron. Oh, the running knee strike. The knee lift catching Trevor Lee on the chin as he was draped over the ring apron. Ciampa not making many friends here in Los Angeles. But that momentary distraction allowed Trevor Lee a chance to recover. Boot to the side of the head, takes him down, cuts off whatever momentum he was building up. Oh, that knee strike again, vicious knee to the side of the face. Oh, jumping stomp right across the forehead, the bridge of the nose of Trevor Lee. Lee, much like himself and myself and his tag team partner, Andrew Everett, as well as the world's greatest tag team, the world's cutest tag team, excuse me, victims of Mount Rushmore 2.0's emergence. It is yet to be answered, but I have a feeling that there's some I don't want to say too much after it. Trevor Lee creating some distance for shots to the midsection. Oh, look at that. Great scissors of the legs, taking Ciampa down, putting into a pinning predicament, a back elbow. Trevor Lee, moonsault off the middle rope. Into a press, only gets a 2 count. Ciampa able to kick out. Ciampa tried to throw Trevor Lee out to the ring apron. Trevor Lee was looking for a springboard in. Ciampa catches him in the face with that elbow shot. And now brings him down hard in the hard way. Ciampa with the upper hand right now. As Trevor Lee is reaching, maybe thinking that Andrew Everett's in that opposing corner, or just looking for something to pull himself back up to a vertical position. As Tommaso Ciampa has recovered quite nicely from that initial flurry by Trevor Lee. Knees, shins to the face, to the jaw of Lee, and then a slap to the top of the head for good measure. Fired up. Big right hand. Can't tell if that's a chop or a strike. All right, I guess they technically both strikes. Chop or a fist. Either way, effective. Just like those boots to the side of the head, the back of the head, very effective. Doubling up the impact. There's the initial impact from the boot, and then the secondary impact from the head bouncing off the canvas. Ciampa actually got the mouth of Trevor Lee open and then just chops him across the face. Ciampa really dictating the pace of this match. A match like this suits Tommaso Ciampa much better than the typical fast-paced, high-flying affair we're used to seeing when Trevor Lee's involved. Arm drag takes down Ciampa, sends him across the ring, boot to the side of the head. Trevor Lee avoids the lariat. Ciampa follows him up, eats a back elbow though. Oh! On the bypass, catches him with an elbow on the way back. Trevor Lee coming off the ropes. Discus lariat. Bicycle kicked by Trevor Lee. 2 consecutive European uppercuts. A third. A fourth. And now knees to the head. He's got him. He's pulling him in and now just laying in forearm shots. Ciampa was pretty well covered up. Ciampa passes through the lariat attempt with the knee. Trevor Lee, though, catching with a knee on the top of the head. Ciampa left stinging from that one. Big cross body, comes down like a ton of bricks. Only a 2 count, though. Trevor Lee looking for that deadlift German, but Ciampa fires back with some elbows. Goes for the stomp. Ciampa got caught by that already once. Not gonna let him happen again. Right roundhouse. Ah, beautiful bridging German suplex, only a 2 count. Ciampa goes to the outside. Trevor Lee follows him. It's a running boot to the chest. Sends Ciampa around the ring once again. Trevor Lee. Oh! Like that one actually caught him on the chin. Ciampa might have bit off a piece of his tongue right there. Doesn't want to. Oh, actually. Catches the leg, sweeps it out. Drops Trevor face first on the apron. Now he's picking him up. Got him up on the shoulders, maybe looking for the air raid crash on the ring apron. Trevor Lee hanging on, holding on for dear life. Trevor Lee goes to the floor. Ciampa boot to the side of the head. Oh, the knee with the assist to the bottom rope. Trevor Lee. Now he's been softened up. Oh! Air raid crash. The back of Trevor Lee's neck. On the apron. And he struck the ropes on the way down for good measure. Ciampa covered. Trevor Lee with an unreal kick out. That was one of the nastiest apron attacks I have ever seen. And Trevor Lee still found it within himself to kick out. Incredible. But again, you can see the pace of this match has slowed tremendously. And this benefits Ciampa as he is able to execute his methodical game plan and just dismantle Trevor Lee. Ciampa not giving the people what they want. Looking for the avalanche air raid crash. Trevor Lee reverses. Ciampa tried to hold on to the ropes. Ciampa reverses. Trevor Lee reverses. Deadlift. Power bomb. High stack. 1, 2. No. Somewhere Toshiaki Kawada is smiling. That was a very high stack on that powerbomb. Ciampa had to generate a lot of force to kick out. Trevor Lee has the vertical suplex. Reversed. Double knee strike. Elbow shot. Boot to the side of the head. Ciampa calling for the finish. No, Trevor Lee. Reverses. Orange Crush. 2. No, Ciampa kicks out. Trevor Lee looking to capitalize, but the punishment and the heat taking its toll. Lee climbing up to the top. keeping an eye on Ciampa. Ciampa very long way across the ring. Ciampa wisely creates even more distance. Trevor Lee's good, but he can't jump that far. Oh! Went for the backflip, moonsault press. Ciampa catches it with the knee strike, and now Ciampa with the elbow pad off. Trevor Lee ducks, reverse. Oh, the lariat! Catching him and sends him for a loop. And now Tommaso coming through. Oh! Trevor Lee reverses 1, 2. Rick Knox saying it was only 2. The fans think it was 3, but Rick Knox, not a man known to make mistakes. I will trust his judgment. This match continues, unfortunately for Trevor Lee. Ciampa counter taken out of midair by Trevor Lee. Boot to kick to the midsection, slap to the face. Trevor Lee talking trash to Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, look at this, Ciampa firing back with strikes. Trevor Lee both men exchanging slaps, try for slaps. Ringing each other's bells with those strikes to the ears. Wreaking havoc on their equilibrium. If Trevor Lee loses this match, the fans may perceive that to be one of the bigger injustices we've seen here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. They were convinced that was 3, but Knox insists it was 2. So this match continues. Superman elbow strike by Trevor Lee. Goes for the Hurricanrana Project. Ciampa catching him out of midair. Ciampa sets him up again. Now Trevor Lee. Small package. Driver! 1, 2, 3. Trevor Lee comes away with an incredible victory over a very game Tommaso Ciampa. One of the most talented technicians in professional wrestling, taking on the nicest, most polite guy in professional wrestling. I will let you figure out who I'm talking about. It's Chris Hero in the Throwback Sonics gear, taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. Bailey coming off his unsuccessful challenge for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's World Championship title against Roderick Strong last month at Mystery Vortex 3. Why is he doing squats? Joey Ryan joining me here on the commentary booth shaped like a table.
I don't know, man.
He's a weirdo.
He's doing that pants pose thing. And he just lost his gi pants.
Praise the sun, Mike Bailey. Yeah, that is not a keepsake for fans. Those Taekwondo gis are hard to come by. Mike Bailey very proudly wearing his to the ring. A lot of people mentioned it does look like he's wearing pajamas to the ring, but as we have found out, Mike Bailey is an extremely talented martial artist.
Yeah, he brings that element to professional wrestling, which can throw you off if you're not, if you're not used to competing against guys. Like, you look at him, he's
looks are very deceiving.
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't look like he can go, because he can definitely go. But what I'm saying is that, maybe you size him up, you think maybe he's just like another indie darling that does cool flips and stuff like that, and then he can strike with the best of them.
Yeah, he is an incredible striker. Mike Bailey, of course, using his feet as well as his upper body. Chris Hero primarily focused on the elbow strikes, though known to throw a big boot when the occasion calls for it.
Yeah, you know, Chris Hero, we've known Chris Hero for years and years and years at PWG and just around the scenes. Mike Bailey's relatively new. Chris Hero's seen a lot of guys, a lot of different styles come and go in his time, and I think he's very proficient at taking on all comers in all sizes and shapes and styles.
He is, and you know, he's a guy that, despite the length of time that he's been around professional wrestling, I think nearing on a 15-year career, still spends a lot of time. I don't even want to say watching tapes. I mean, that's Torres and Gorilla had been around for 12 years, and so they were tapes when we first started.
I think the first few shows were released on VHS.
They were, yes. But you know, so he does research every opponent, and so it's you know, if he's got a full slate of wrestling, you know, full weekend of wrestling on the way, you know, basically to the show Friday night, he's calculating his game plan about his opponent. Then as soon as that match is over, he starts thinking about Saturday and then Sunday, or you know, I mean, he is always looking forward to his opponent. You know, I mean, it's a competitive thing, but it's also you know, it's his respect for the business. It's
for sure, 100%.
It's Chris Hero. You know, I mean, he is a craftsman in there, and you know, wrestling is his tool. And
As we're seeing.
and as Mike Bailey with the wrist lock applied.
He's got a strong hold on it, though. He still got it.
And Hero using his size to his advantage, and that's
one of the things. I've never wrestled Mike Bailey. I've wrestled Chris Hero quite a few times.
You have wrestled Bailey?
No, I have not.
Okay,
I've not wrestled Mike Bailey. I've wrestled Chris Hero quite a few
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
One of the things I never was interested in getting involved with in a match with Chris Hero is any kind of mat wrestling, any kind of technical wrestling.
That's funny coming from a guy that billed himself as the technical wizard for a time.
Yeah, all right, but given my extreme technical prowess,
or hubris, one of the two.
Yeah, I didn't feel like. I felt like he was always a step ahead whenever we would go to the mat.
And you know, it was crazy to see Zack Sabre Jr. you know, go hold for hold with Chris Hero. With Chris Hero with 15 years of wrestling and technique and learning around the world underneath his belt, and Zack Sabre with just a few years. I mean, he's so young but so highly proficient. And actually, I think today's Zack Sabre Jr.'s birthday.
As well as Roderick Strong, man.
Roddy's is the 26th, actually. There were flyers left around the building.
The 26th is also PWG's real birthday.
Yes, it is.
But not when anyone watches this DVD, nobody's birthday.
Yeah, that's true.
But as we just saw, Mike Bailey was able to take Chris Hero off his feet.
And Hero catching the kick of Bailey. And that's actually pretty surprising. That's good reflexes on Hero's part, because those kicks are coming out fast.
Mike Bailey is now demonstrating just how filthy that mat is in the ring.
Dirty feet, Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey once stepped on a rusty nail and that nail bent. It's a joke I believe I've used before on commentary, but I worry about his feet so much.
You know,
I must be getting old.
You know what? It's just like, it could be a comfort thing, you know, like.
Oh, look at this, Bailey.
Yeah.
Getting in between the legs, Hero taking him off his feet.
Dirty. That's a little insulting.
I don't think in all of Chris Hero's preparation for this match, he had even considered that Mike Bailey might do something so gross.
I think Mike Bailey has gotten under Chris Hero's skin a little bit.
Yeah. And that is
maybe not a place he wants to be, right?
Yeah,
particularly right now.
Bad place to be on the receiving end of Chris Hero's wrath.
Although maybe it's a good strategy. Maybe he takes Chris Hero out of his game. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So Hero with the size, weight, and strength advantage. And Bailey with the high boot. takes the waist lock. Looking for a German Hero. Very nonchalant. Oh! Stomping on the exposed toes of Mike Bailey. Oh!
Karate Kid-esque.
Crane kick. We are in Reseda. Huracan Rana takes Hero off his feet. Bailey. Diving drop kick.
She capitalized right now.
Oh!
Oh, trapped his knee.
Oh!
Oh my God. Get him out of there, Rick Knox.
He's done the Andre on the knees.
Jeez. Those ropes are not ropes, they're cable.
He has steel cable, and Mike Bailey, and that is putting so much intense pressure.
Rick Knox can't do anything, can't even help him.
And that is just compressing the calf of Mike Bailey, and Hero chopping him while he's upside down. Knox trying to extricate Mike Bailey.
Best.
Oh, it's like a gruesome puzzle. Oh,
Finally, even Doc Knox over on that.
Knox almost lost a finger as those cables sheared together.
I can only imagine the damage that potentially could be done to the knee being stuck in that position.
Have your arms ever been trapped a la Andre the Giant?
In a rope string, not in a cable.
Oh, really? And I'm sure it's torturous in a rope string.
Yeah.
Oh, Hero with a knee drop on the ankle. And that ankle was just very recently stuck in those ropes as Bailey's entire body weight was hanging out of the ring. So that means not only was the tension of the ropes exerting force on Bailey's legs, but Bailey's body weight was actually this handstanding dirty little feet.
You know, one of the things Chris Hero's very proficient at, one of the many things, is picking apart body parts. And it looks like for a minute there, it looked like he was targeting, which is not a bad idea, if a feet are a strong weapon for Mike Bailey to target the feet.
Well, and I think also that senton is designed to just knock the wind out of your opponent and to prevent Bailey from using those explosive kicks.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's a two-factor attack, and Hero
And that's just a strike to the head.
just blasted him with that elbow
Have
shot.
Knox check and see if he's knocked out.
And I mean, we saw Bailey eat a lot of shots from Roderick Strong last month.
Bailey's a tough guy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you wouldn't think it to look at him. He's very unassuming.
You got to think someone who trains. Oh, I was about to say you got to think someone who trains in. Well, here,
Lateral press only at 2 counts.
someone who trains in martial arts probably takes quite a few shots to the head, whether it's in training or sparring.
Yeah, I mean, even with headgear on, it'll ring your bell.
It'll build up your tolerance too.
But I mean, it's a very it's a very precipitous slope because you take too many shots to the head, then you become more susceptible to losing consciousness. And so it's a very fine line to have to walk as a as a professional wrestler, as a combat sports athlete. You can have a granite chin, but even the best of them get punchy.
Yeah, definitely.
So Mike Bailey very lucky that he's still young, still got quite a few years ahead of him. Chris Hero got Bailey set up. Standing moonsault press. Only a 2 count. Very impressive agility.
Hero busting out some 2004 offense.
Yeah, I think he's trying to show Bailey that he can play both sides of the game. With speed and agility and
To Bailey's credit, he's fought back to his feet. Hero didn't pick him up. He stood up on his own.
And those shots are actually knocking Hero back a little bit. Not a lot, but I mean, that was like a baseball bat to the midsection. Chop catching Bailey in the center of the chest. Oh, inside cradle. 1, 2. No. Oh. High left roundhouse kick.
Oh, you might want to check Hero and see if Hero's out.
That back heel roundhouse, and you see Hero, he woke up from that. His head shook. I think the impact of Rick Knox's counting jarred Hero out of his.
I feel like Chris Hero's had so much professional wrestling experience that if he was sleeping in the middle of the night and you were up next to him and you started counting a 1, 2,
he'd kick
3
out.
cadence in his sleep next to him on his bed, he would kick out at 2.
And an interesting thing, back to the back to the ability of guys to take shots, their beard, so to speak. Chris Hero opting for the mouth guard to kind of help with those repeated head impacts. But when you have somebody so effective with their feet like Mike Bailey, and Hero kips up to his feet. Bailey's standing Shiranui off the ropes, kick to the chest, knocks it back, hooks the leg, 2 count only. Hero able to kick out.
Speedball's bringing the fight to Hero. About the only advantage, you mentioned all the advantages Hero had, but the only advantage Speedball has is maybe the speed, and he's definitely used that to catch Hero off guard a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it's a razor-thin advantage, but I mean, Bailey also much more proficient with his feet. And,
True.
And he's much more proficient at attacking from strange angles.
Yeah.
And that's something that is very difficult for Hero to anticipate.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at this. Tries for the Irish whip. Hero wisely grabbing onto the ropes. Bailey breaks the grip. Oh! And those thudding middle kicks. They might not have the same auditory satisfaction as a chop. Oh! Hero blocked high, but just ate that rolling soul butt.
Again, like you said, from odd angles.
Yeah, Bailey faked him.
Oh!
Inside out! Lion salt by Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey can get Hero back in the ring. This might be his best opportunity to try to.
Yeah, I mean, Hero's taking repeated shots to the midsection, and no matter your conditioning,
You get the wind knocked out of you, you're done.
It's a game changer, and better men than Chris Hero. Axe kick by Bailey on the outside. Better men than Hero have been stopped by by having the wind knocked out of him. Not that there's many better men in terms of professional wrestling than Chris Hero, but still, it's an effective tactic by Bailey.
He's got Hero in the ring. He's got Hero on his back. He needs to capitalize right now.
Praise the sun, Mike Bailey.
He got caught.
Went for the running Cancun tornado. Hero catches him in the cravat and just ragdolls him across the ring.
Flush right in the head.
Haluma kick in the corner by Hero. And just throws him with the suplex. 1, 2.
Ooh. Even with the deep hook of the leg, he rolled the shoulder up.
Bailey able to kick out, but I mean, it was close. Hero had a lot of weight on the shoulders of Mike Bailey, and it is significant weight advantage. I think Hero's probably about 240, 245, Bailey 185.
Sounds about right, if I were a guessing man.
Yeah, 60-pound weight advantage, give or take, and that's tough. I mean, Bailey attacking the arms of Hero. I can't tell if he's going after it or Hero's trying to block. Hero walking through it. Bailey kicks out. Hero shocked by it. Mike Bailey with that incredible agility. But Chris Hero.
Let's talk about the resilience of Mike Bailey for a second.
Yeah, I mean, after taking all that punishment, after getting his ankles, his feet worked over, still able to effectively throw kicks. I mean, I don't think the joke about the rusty nail was too far off.
No.
Hero slapping Bailey in the face.
Oh, might not want to wake him up.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. I think Bailey's still a little dazed. Hero's going for the pile driver. Bailey reverses. Oh! 1, 2. Oh! Such a deep cover.
And that's the thing. You wake him up. He's only ever 3 seconds away from a win.
Right. Don't want to wake him up. You want to take as much advantage as you can of your opponent's dazed state. And I mean, that's exactly what Chris Hero's offense is designed to do, is to daze his opponent. Bailey coming up to the top. Eats a right hand to the
Still
jaw.
on his feet, though. Maybe not for long. Oh.
Oh!
Dangerously low.
Hero was going for the cravat off the top. And now Bailey up to the top. Hero takes a step inside. German suplex just dumps Bailey on the back of his head. Bailey, I think by instinct alone. Oh! The rolling Yakuza kick by Hero. 1, 2. Oh, Bailey kicks out.
You know what? I was about to mention that Hero that's very un-Hero-like.
Yeah.
Hero never does cocky pins like that. I think Mike Bailey is really
I think he's gotten under his skin.
Not only with the dirty feed, all that earlier, but just the resilience, him kicking out of everything Hero's throwing at him. Hero's a little perplexed right now. I rarely do you ever see Hero do a cocky pin like that, and it costed him. He would have had the 3 if he'd hooked away.
You know, it's the one hard thing to anticipate is the amount of heart that a guy has. I mean, it's so difficult to tell just how much fight a guy has in him. And Mike Bailey, we saw last month against Roddy, we're seeing it now. He's got heart for days and still blocking that pile driver. You can see very low position for Bailey, holding on to the back of Hero's knees to prevent him. And now Hero reaching over the top, looking for that Gotch style pile driver. Bailey breaks free. Middle kick. Goes for the boot to the side of the head. Oh! Hero connects fully with that. Oh! Bailey with that back heel roundhouse.
Ooh.
Soul butt.
Oh!
Now Bailey! Bailey perhaps looking for a pile driver. It would be ridiculous if he got him up.
You know what? All that weight coming down on Hero, though, if he could land it, I bet he could put him away.
Oh! Gotch style pile driver, no! Oh! Gotch style Canadian Destroyer! 1, 2! Now Hero kicks out. Mike Bailey using Hero's weight against him.
Give Chris Hero credit for his resilience.
He's kicking out, but Mike Bailey,
He's really brought the fight.
yeah, he impresses every time he's in here. And I mean, if he beats Chris Hero, former world champion Chris Hero, Speedball's gonna kick you.
Oh,
Oh, look at this, Bailey, rapid fire kicks. And he's not stopping Chris Hero. Oh!
if he could cover him right now.
Yeah, Mike Bailey, what are you doing?
Oh!
And Chris Hero is pissed off. Hero spit out his mouth guard. I'm not sure that's the wisest thing to do,
Right now it's not.
especially after eating that kick to the jaw. Oh! Hero absolutely starches Bailey.
Oh,
2 in a row. Bailey's still on his feet, only for the rope.
Jesus. Oh, yeah, he's out on his feet. I don't even know if this is necessary at this point.
No! Oh, Bailey! 1, 2, 3! Oh my God! Oh my God! You were exactly right, Joey. It was completely unnecessary. And Chris Hero paid the price.
You're only 3 seconds away from winning or losing a match.
Incredible victory for Mike Bailey. The long-awaited return of Akira Tozawa to Reseda, California. Angelo Trinidad with the introductions.
Introducing first from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 74 kilos, Rick Glassman.
And Detective Dan Barry joining me here on the commentary booth shaped like a table.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Impressive victory here tonight. Your first in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Absolutely. It was I'll wait for this introduction. This is way more important than this story.
And his opponent from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 103 pounds, Akira Tozawa.
As I mentioned, Akira Tozawa,
Huge ovation, man.
a highly anticipated return when he was over here for seasoning is what they call it. When he was over here to learn the professional wrestling styles from around the world. It's a very common thing that happens in Japan. They send guys over to the States, to Canada, to Mexico, all over the place, and they learn. And luckily for us, Akira Tozawa was based here in Southern California, in Huntington Beach. He called his home. He called Southern California his home for about a year and a half, and really won over the PWG crowd in a way like nobody else has done before. And so, we were sad to see him go, but it was, he was going to go at some time.
Yeah.
And we were lucky to have him for as long as we did. And so here on the 12th anniversary of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, it's great to have him back and have him be a part of this momentous occasion.
He's such a solid talent, too. And it's funny because you're watching these two wrestle. These guys they're a tag team over
Yes,
Dragon Gate.
they are the best friends along with Uha Nation, the original best friends.
Yeah. And so they know each other so well. You can already see it on the top. Although they did start with a hug standoff.
Yeah, it was Tozawa with the ankle pick.
Very smart within that leg.
And yeah, I mean that's the advantage of wrestling somebody you know so well. You know their strengths, and you can plan for that. I mean, if you're wrestling a guy that you train with, like if you wrestle Bill, you would know you would know exactly what his weaknesses are. Like you can only learn so much from tape.
Absolutely. These guys, I mean, travel up and around all over Japan, right?
Yes.
With Dragon Gate, and I think that you have to know that Tozawa is well aware that if he takes out Ricochet's ankle, it gets rid of a large part of his offense. Although I'm almost certain he can fly with just his mind at this point.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, speaking from somebody that a bit of a high flyer himself, you know, you can attest to that.
Mild high flyer. Ooh.
A mid flyer.
Yeah. Medium flyer.
Yeah.
And the belly button shoulder tackle. Ooh.
Ricochet was barely on the ground for a heartbeat before he sprang back up. Jackie Chan style reversal.
Head scissor, wow.
Break through that drop kick. Tozawa goes to the outside.
Almost kills the cameraman.
Oh!
Absolutely
Ricochet
not.
closed. Tozawa!
Oh wow, back and forth. You can't even comment
Yeah, we
on
don't even
this.
have to say anything.
There it is. Yeah.
Tozawa was breaking his neck.
Self-Germans into a pose.
Like when Ibushi would wrestle the blow-up doll.
Yeah, absolutely. Yoshihiko.
Yes.
Working on the corner. Didn't move.
Ricochet tried to slide in to take advantage, but Tozawa. Tozawa learned quite a few things in English phrases.
Yeah, he spent a year and a half studying America, and he learned shut the fuck
and
up.
that was his most favorite English phrase.
Good for him.
It's very useful.
Yeah. Road. Short arm chops. Not
Yeah.
really that effective, but
Genichiro Tenryu, he is not at this point.
I feel like those are more annoying.
Yeah. It's like a fly in your face. Oh!
Okay, that one caught him.
And you know what? That's a page out of the Chris Hero playbook.
Absolutely.
And Tozawa and Hero, go back, find it on DVD at ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com. They had, I mean, it was basically Tozawa's breakout performance of his breakout year. I mean, he was already on such a hot streak, but that match with Hero really,
Next level.
yeah, I mean, it was when Tozawa kind of came into his own. And before Tozawa got here, he was kind of he was a laughing stock in Dragon Gate. He was a guy that got bullied. They would routinely make fun of him. He had at one point they were actually making him put on weight. It was like gavage, like foie gras. You know, like they were just trying to fatten him up. And then he came over here where he didn't have the pressure of the dojo system. He was allowed to be himself, and he flourished. And
Find that charisma that he was missing before.
yeah, I mean, it was very deep inside of him, and it came out.
They like each other so much, but they just hit each other so hard.
Well, I mean, you know as well as anybody, it's you go harder with your best friends in that.
Absolutely.
And
Doesn't matter if it's your best friend, you want to get that pay window.
now with the bicycle, running ace crusher, by Ricochet,
Single foot drop kick.
catching with the heel right on the cheekbone, maybe the orbital bone. I think they're the same thing.
Yeah. A little south.
Still Ricochet with pinpoint accuracy. And for as much fun as these guys are having, Ricochet kind of wants to defend his position in PWG. He's a regular here. Tozawa though wants to come back and make a splash. So we're already kind of seeing it. The aggression is going to pick up, and these guys are going to kick it into a higher gear. Heretofore unseen higher
Well,
gear.
you have to acknowledge that when Tozawa came out, he got a huge reaction, bigger than Ricochet's, I would argue. And then a little tit for tat here. And you have to imagine that has to frustrate Ricochet because he's been here for so long.
Yeah,
Tozawa just walks in his home and suddenly,
And it's interesting because, oh!
was a little snug.
Yeah. Oh, tell him Patrick was an open.
Open fist.
Oh, he changed it somehow at the last second.
Well, he is really fast. Let's be
That's
fair.
true.
There's this. Beautiful stretch here.
Tozawa stretched across his back. Ricochet.
Oh no, I've seen this before.
Ricochet only getting a 2 count. Tozawa still a little dazed from that right palm strike, we'll call it.
Yeah. The really small palm.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do they call that?
I call that
Fucking
victim
unnecessary?
kick. Yeah. It's dislodging a rib for rib's sake.
Yeah.
It's really.
Oh, uppercut. Tozawa uneasy on his feet. Ricochet might have hit him a little harder than we
I think
thought.
he rung his bell, especially in that stiff punch. You know.
It's not something we're used to seeing from Ricochet.
Oh. Jeez.
Big,
That one pissed him off. You gotta be honest.
big right roundhouse. And I think actually what you were going after, that Tozawa kind of came in here and stole Ricochet's thunder.
Yeah. You know, you gotta say he's probably pissed about it. I mean, I would argue. Well scouted. You are best friends. You are well aware of what's coming next.
Yeah, you know the moves, you know the game plan, you know.
The counters for the counters.
Yeah,
Really.
exactly. It's almost unfair, but not really.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it actually just makes them step their game up a little higher.
yeah, and it makes you think. And I think that's
Ricochet.
important for us. Oh,
Again with that right, but I think that right kind of.
float behind, right to the buckle.
Oh!
Pump kick in the face.
And he just blew straight through Ricochet.
Move your beers, folks. This one's gonna get a little crazy.
Tozawa full head of steam. Tope Suicida lands on his feet.
Oh, round 2.
It's for the second one.
And he keeps moving back. He's getting more distance with each jump.
And now
Up.
Tozawa.
Whoa. This is unnecessary. Oh, okay.
Oh, what is he?
Oh, why would you do that?
Tozawa so hyped up that he smacked his own head with the chair. Ill-advised, I would call that.
You figured he would have learned that at some point. I get hyped, but I don't headbutt chairs.
Well, I thought you were going to say you stay hyped.
Oh, I'm always hyped. Obviously. In the corner. Ricochet doesn't know what's going on.
Oh!
Pump kick. We saw that.
Blasted with.
Beautiful Saito suplex. It's 2.
2 count only. Tozawa.
He's so mad.
And now looking for them. And we've seen those deadlift Germans from Tozawa before. And he gets such a high arc on it. I mean, it turns into a high angle German. Tozawa blocking the shoulder capture
Well
suplex.
scouted.
Grabs on.
Oh.
He's got his hands linked.
He's doing everything he can. That's 12 to 6 elbow. That'll knock you off.
Especially to the base of the spine. Oh! The base of the neck. Corkscrews through with the enziguri.
What's he doing?
Actually charging in, shoulder tackle to the midsection.
Oh, right to the back of the dome.
Springboard Meteora.
Shooting star press.
Deep cover, hooks the leg. 2 count only.
Solamente dos. Wow. Excellent sequence out of Ricochet there. I really actually thought that was.
Yeah, Ricochet came so quickly, so rapidly with those attacks that it would be very easy to understand if Tozawa was caught off guard. It only takes 3 seconds, as Joey kept mentioning.
Yeah.
Oh, went for the Benadryller.
Well caught. Scouted forearm to the face. Ooh, Superman punch. Superman kick in the face.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh!
German with a ball.
Such vicious velocity on that German suplex.
Ricochet didn't even have a moment to brace for the impact. He just flipped over, landed
yeah.
on top of his head, and he still managed to kick out.
Ricochet seeing stars from that German suplex.
I'm seeing stars in that German suplex. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm in the commentary booth.
It was so fast. Tozawa just low shot. That was another thing that he picked up in the U.S. was screaming.
Yeah. Hitting before strikes.
Yeah.
Making monkey noises. Oh, shit.
Now Tozawa.
European right to the supervisor.
Ricochet.
Oh, nope.
Shoulder capture. Plants him. Akira Maeda-esque.
Into an Anaconda Vice?
Yeah.
Wow. Slapping him in the face. That'll get him off.
I think actually this is the version of the Anaconda that Shingo used to use.
Yeah, across the throat as opposed to the triangle choke, the side triangle.
But Tozawa able to slap his way out of it.
A couple slaps in the nose will break that hold.
Yeah, I mean once you start once your eyes start tearing up, it's very hard to prevent yourself from kicking in self-preservation mode.
You can't see. You can't, that's what happens. Guys tear up, you can't see anything. And you just,
And if you keep getting slapped in the face, I mean, nose might break. Anything could happen.
pushes him off of his feet. Oh, wow.
Tozawa beats Ricochet up to the top. Tozawa looking at the.
He's doing it.
Oh. Super superplex by Akira Tozawa.
The hang time on that superplex. Big near fall. We both just stared at that at the edge of
That's
the table.
insane. Patrick Hernandez checking on Tozawa.
It's like a stalling superplex.
It was, yeah, I mean, Akira Tozawa is an amazing professional wrestler. He's good at wrestling.
Yeah, that's why he gets paid. It's phenomenal. You got two of the best in there. Going with the journey, Ricochet's got the wrist, it appears.
Tozawa loses the grip.
Tozawa grabs the other arm, though.
Oh, up on the back.
What's this?
Oh, Ricochet brings him into a fireman's carry.
Look at that Benadryl. Nope.
Oh, catch him with the right on the return. Goes for the screw high kick. Goes for the German Ricochet, using that agility.
There it is.
Jed lifts him up. Oh, high angle.
Oh, wow.
He planted him high and
Hard.
yeah.
They both counted each other's signature. I mean,
That's what is to be expected in a match like this between. I mean, they're not just tag team partners. These guys live together. I mean, they travel together. They live together. And now Tozawa coming up. Oh, Meteora!
this. I know this sequence. Northern Light suplex into a deadlift.
Brain buster, center of the ring, hooks the leg. 2 count only. Ricochet going to the outside.
Springboard 450. There it is.
And he covered an incredible discus.
Oh, wow.
Akira Tozawa.
Struggling with his feet, but he kicked out of that at 1.
Oh, the Benadriller. I think Tozawa tried to counter, but Ricochet got all of it right there. He's got him up. Oh, just plants him deep. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Ricochet with an incredible victory over Akira Tozawa in a huge comeback performance.
What a match. So glad I saw that.
Force Hero joining Excalibur here at the commentary booth.
The main event has just started in an incredible way. Jack Evans making his return to PWG, and Helico making his debut. As the Young Bucks coming out with Super Dragon, attacking Ricochet, Tozawa, Gargano, Candice, Joey, Bailey.
Yeah, I don't really know how to describe what just happened.
Jack Evans taking out Nick Jackson.
It's interesting they came out with the Super Dragon mask. I thought we were going to maybe see a Killer Bee type situation, but only Nick Jackson has the mask.
Not for long now. Oh, wow! Drop salt with Angelico. Ow! Senton Flapjack combo.
Jack Evans, one of the true pioneers of high flying and independent wrestling from the Pacific Northwest, who honed his skills up in Canada, working alongside Teddy Hart, made his way to Ring of Honor, former member of Generation Next in the early days of Ring of Honor. Formed a formidable tag team with Roderick Strong. They traveled the world. They were the first Gaijin to go to Dragon Gate as a tag team.
DDT 4 winners.
Wow.
And
incredible athlete.
Oh!
And look, just, oh my goodness. I was just going to say cat-like speed and reflexes, but that didn't do it very well. Is Angelico making his debut here in Reseda on the end of a Super Young Bucks tag team maneuver. What do we got?
paying homage to their former Mount Rushmore stablemate, Kevin Steen.
Wow.
And the Young Bucks, they are the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Champions. The titles are on the line in this matchup, and the Young Bucks showing just why they were able to come back to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and defeat the team of Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. And Angelico and Jack Evans traveling very different paths. Angelico from South Africa, actually. And seems to be a country not known for its professional wrestling, but producing quite a few high flyers.
Yeah. Justin Gabriel, aka PJ Black. Also Adam Rose, WWE is from South Africa. South Africa. Not just known for District 9 and De Antwoord and apartheid.
And Chappie. And Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
I guess perhaps they're most famous.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But then both Jack and Angelico ending up in Mexico, where they've spent, Jack has spent the last 6 or 7 years. And
wow. Now he lands again. This time, Nick Jackson's not there to capitalize.
The running knee. At the assist, the stomps, and Jack hits the light fixture. Crucifix into the submission.
Oh, wow. I don't even know who the legal man is, or the legal men are.
But they are mirroring one another. With the submission on the ground and in the air. But Nick with a stomp to Angelico.
Oh dear.
Oh, the super kick.
Wow, I've never seen someone super kick
with
someone
another guy on his
with
back.
another human on them. Oh god. Oh god.
Screw high kick by Nick Jackson.
Oh, they're gonna go for that tandem senton or 450. They like to switch it up. This is just a senton. Oh god.
Senton Atomico onto the outstretched body of Jack Evans, and reverse DDT from Matt for good measure.
Jack Evans, resilient, quite resilient, probably his best quality.
Yeah, also much like Elastic Man.
Yeah, I was just going to say like Reed Richards.
Yeah.
I was going with the Marvel. But they had the same powers. I don't really know if there's any differential between the two powers.
One came from space.
And one went to space.
Well, no, Eel O'Reilly was a villain until I think it was a chemical accident or something.
Oh, okay, there we go.
And,
sorry. I grew up on Marvel, sorry.
All right.
Don't fold it against me, please.
Now I'm upset at myself that I forgot how Elastic Man got his powers.
Let's say
Or Plastic Man.
chemical
No, Plastic Man. And then I'm confusing Elongated Man. As
well.
Another Ralph Dibny, another DC character. But I digress.
Basically what we're saying is Pro Wrestling's rubber man is Jack Evans in the fact that he can take punishment and keep coming back.
The Young Bucks, though, in control. Angelico is on the corner, kind of conserving energy, collecting himself. Wow. Stalling body press by Nick over the top.
That's Marty DeRosa. Bucks telling Marty DeRosa to suck it for whatever reason. Not fans of $5 wrestling, perhaps. Very smart work by
The Bucks
cutting the ring off in half and beating up on Jack Evans.
Biting him on the back.
I'll say that the thing that impressed me most, I've seen a lot of footage of Angelico. Seen a lot of footage of him. I had no clue he was so big.
No, he's extremely tall, surprisingly. It does not translate.
Very durable physique. Just incredible high flyer. Perhaps that's why he is able to get such distance on those helos.
Yeah, he is basically got springs in his shoes, or you would think he does, with the way he is able to just, cover just immense distances.
And I could be making this up, but I believe that Angelico has a bit of Spanish in his heritage.
Oh, really?
Which enabled him to, acclimate himself to Mexico a bit quicker than most would.
Oh, look at that, 15% by the Bucks. Jack springs out of the way. Back elbow! Taking out both members of the Bucks, the brothers, and now Angelico waiting on the corner, tags in.
Here he comes, largest man in the match.
Lariat takes down both Nick and Matt. Oh, he called for that too sweet, but he catches him in the eye with it. I do know that Angelico was on those weird tours of Spain.
With Rikishi?
With Rikishi
in
Doc,
WWE. And that's where M-Dog, who was Sparta 3000 or whatever. Oh, they're doing a little speedball action.
Double kick. Double low kicks. Sweeping out the leg of Nick.
450 assisted.
Such tremendous velocity when he comes down with the body press. A regular 450 is bad enough, but when a guy has that extra assist, it comes that much faster, that much harder.
There were a GIF. I say GIF. Some people say GIF.
Some people say GIF. I say GIF.
I say GIF. If there were a GIF, and like a GIF dictionary of reckless abandon, it would be a GIF of Jack Evans doing some moves.
Doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh! Soccer ball kick.
A little ode to the backseat boys there. Going for it again.
Jack landed on his feet, but ate a super kick for his trouble. Rising knee by Angelico, and all four men are down. Chris Hero, this is serious.
Angelico is the wild card in this match. Bucks not super familiar with Jack Evans, but they're more familiar with him than they are Angelico, and they grew up watching him as well.
Yeah, the Bucks have not spent.
Mr. Instant Replay probably stole a couple moves from Jack Evans and Matt Rats.
Oh,
that's all I'm trying to say.
But I don't know. I can't remember if the Bucks actually ever went to Mexico, if they've wrestled in Mexico, and so it's questionable how familiar.
If they did, it was probably like Mexicali, and that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Most of the clothing they wear is from Mexico.
That's true. Yeah. Matt very self-satisfied right there. Yeah. Jack with the high roundhouse ends up in a waist lock. Reverses though. Matt reverses. Angelico comes in. Oh! German suplex on the knees.
Innovative tandem offense.
But Nick right there to land with a super kick. Oh, look at that. Angelico from the ground.
Basically, when you're wrestling the Bucks, you should always keep one hand up.
Right.
Because you never know where... Double Frankensteiner.
Jack takes both the Bucks down. Pele kick. Very high delayed rotation on that. Climbs up on the back. Reverse Rana with a whip. Oh, and Nick just kicked right through his head.
Always keep one hand up. 'Cause you never know where some kicks can come from.
Nick, I mean, that was almost like a diving super kick.
Yeah.
He threw his entire body into that.
A bit more torque than typical.
Oh! Wow. Nick with a kick on Angelico. And now they're looking for the powerbomb enziguri combination in the corner.
Can they get it? Oh! It backfires!
A little more 15% action. Oh! Jack with a super kick.
Not able to break his fall. He went right into the fans in the front row.
He got launched off the apron, and now Jack up to the top. Matt, with the right hand to the midsection, knocks Jack down to the floor. Angelico boot to the midsection. He's got Matt up on his shoulders in the fireman's carry. And now Jack, climbing up.
Nick Jackson held on to his foot.
Oh! Jack leaping up Matt's back.
My God!
Matt lands on his feet. Soul butt. And now
Niagara driver, is that what they call this?
Oh,
Razor's
no.
edge to the buckle.
Oh! And now Jack heading up top.
Let's see it. Master of the 630, here it is!
Oh, with the knees up! Matt Jackson got the knees up. Jack caught. Jack caught the super kick attempt.
He doesn't know he's there. He has no clue.
Oh! Oh! He might have broke his brother's neck.
Torso collision, unlike any I've ever seen.
And now Nick over the top.
Superman dive.
Indy Taker over the top.
And before the match, we saw they were trying a version of the Meltzer driver on the floor, perhaps.
They were trying it on Joey Ryan.
They're pointing to him right now.
That would have to be attempted murder.
Here comes the tombstone. Hey!
Oh! Angelico sweeps out the leg of Nick.
He's got to keep an eye out on him.
Oh, the double boots to the outside. Jack.
Handspring Sasuke special.
Oh,
They caught him. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
no.
Jesus.
No, no, no.
Springboard to the floor.
No!
Oh, my God. He landed on his feet. He landed on his feet, so he saved himself. I don't know if that reduced the impact of it, but Jack, we spoke about how resilient he is. I don't see him getting out of this.
Unbelievable. Wow. Now Nick up to the top.
And they're going to do what they do best. More bang for your buck.
With Jack, Jack is out of this match. He is a non-factor. Matt with the cover. And that is it.
That's it.
The Young Bucks successfully defend the titles. I believe this is their third reign. Wow. A tremendous, tremendous victory over the challengers. Oh. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the 12th anniversary of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. This is Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.